Let's roll out here and get to wrecking the ridge. We are going to lay waste to everything out here. You can know that. Oh my God, classic WoW, what have you done to me? I blame you all. This is your fault. I tried to log into retail. That lasted about 10 seconds. You happy with yourselves? Here's something we can talk about real quick that's really got me twisted up, is that owls don't eat fish. And at first I thought mine was just broken, but apparently it's actually a thing. All they eat is meat. So all that fishing I did and leveling my fishing, all for nothing. And it kind of makes me miss the boar, to be honest, because you can shove whatever down his... You can feed him other boars. He don't give a damn. He's just hungry. But Hootie is particular. You just plain old meat's all he'll eat. But he won't eat fish. And I was like, is that true? Do owls not eat fish? And I looked it up, and guess what? Owls eat fish. You guys got all this time to add looking for group, dual spec, and all this shit to the game, but let me just suggest that owls could use a pass, and I think owls should eat fish. It's driving me crazy, because this guy is a baller tank with Screech. Just so proud of him, having so much fun, and Hootie and I are getting really close, and this is what pet ownership should be. Honestly, it makes you realize how stupid it is in retail, because basically hunters in retail just collect a bunch of pets and keep them in a stable. It's kind of psycho. But here you've got an actual bond with the pet you're using. You train them up, you feed them. I got to tell you, the hairy spiders are a real problem for me, and I'm happy to put them down. This whole area would be getting a napalm strike if it was up to me. These things are creepy as hell. Freaking me out. Dude, look how awesome Red Ridge is. Isn't this a gorgeous zone? I freaking love the classic zones, and I love that you really get to experience them, because, again, I've said it too many times already, but I gotta just say, flying killed it. Flying kills the world. Oh, I got you, family. That's a lot of shit. Is he getting out? Is he getting out? You're good, Bob. My pally bro, you know I got love for those pallies. Now, sometimes I kind of ease into these guys because I need to be I need to be prepared to heal Hootie. For some reason, sometimes pets don't get the respect they deserve from the healers, in my opinion. Sometimes, but this healer's healing my pet, so we're good now. We can just send him in with confidence. Roll for the chest. Big roll. Big money, big money. What do we roll here? Oh, general. Oh! I'll take that ice cold milk and light leather. This is my 100 chest. What's in it here? Oh, cornbread. I do love cornbread. Some of y'all are going to say that ain't worth it. Worth it to me. Burn the boss. Burn the boss, baby. Just burn him. Just pump that boss. Hootie, come on, Hootie. He's going to be fine. Burn that guy. Quickly. Look at my Hootie. In there, taking shit out left and right, charging right in there like a real bird of prey. Look at how awesome this castle is, but then look how run down it is once the Horde take over. All the broken tables and stuff. Because they don't know how to make beautiful cities and castles. All they know how to make is pig pens and shitholes. Little nasties. Burn big guy. Oh my god, Hootie is getting blasted, dude. Think he's going down. I think I'm going to try to save him. Just give him a little love and buy him a little more time, but it's not going to be much. I don't know if it's going to be enough. There we go. Got a little dicey. Good job by the healer there. Bravo, good sir. Make sure we loot that quest mob. Look at these flea-ridden mongrels attacking the good people of Lakeshire. All you can do is put them down. That's what they deserve. Okay, let's get to it. Oh, my man right here's got the right idea. Look at that sword, too. You keep swinging, King. You are looking good. Look at these cool-ass trees. I always felt like woodworking, where you make bows and staves and stuff. Why did we not have that? Why is that not a profession? You could have little trees that pop up like mines, right? And then you farm them up. Higher quality trees, better weapons, same as mining. Be cool. To be honest, I wish they'd add something like a weather thing where like you had to get inside if the weather got too bad. There were some really nasty storms, especially in the cold areas and stuff. People make a fire and then other people would come join you at it. I love the quick shots, Brock. It's really incredibly fun. And it's so simple, but it's just really nice. Just like, hey, I'm going to really turn it on here for a second. Now, one of the cracks on Classic is always that it's simple and you don't have that many abilities, yada, yada, yada. And I was one of these people, actually, so I had to, full disclosure, I've said that before. But I think the reality is now, having played it and experienced, the perspective that you really get is, if you feel that way, it's really just because you don't like the gameplay, right? There's plenty of games where you only have a handful of abilities, and yet millions of people still play and enjoy playing that game. I mean, think of League of Legends. You got 5 abilities, and you play on the same map over and over now for years. And there's millions of people playing it. So the too simple argument probably is more about really you just not enjoying the gameplay and enjoying the game. Because simplicity sometimes is beautiful. Leveling in Classic is just such a treat. The different zones with unique art styles, different quests, the music. It's just the experience of being on an epic adventure in this massive world, and it feels magnificent. And let's not forget about all the other players. This is an MMO after all, and they're everywhere. Here in Classic, the zones are alive with activity. You can find a group to do anything at any time. I mean, I've been on at 3, 4 in the morning a few times, and there's still people running around grouping up for elite quests. There is a very strong sense of being in a community and playing together with that community, and it's really remarkable. Have you guys ever seen a saltwater crocodile? I watched this documentary, and some family had camped out on the coast somewhere, and this saltwater crocodile basically just crawled up onto the shore, marched right into mama's tent, and pulled her out and took her into the ocean and ate her. Horrific, right? And they were just recounting this horrible story of this poor mom. And then they show this thing, and it's like, dude, have you ever seen a saltwater crocodile? It's insane. It's a dinosaur. That's a dinosaur. I'll tell you about a run-in I had with alligators. So right after Hurricane Katrina happened, I got a government contract to go down there and guard, I guess is the term, FEMA trailers. And all the job was sitting all night in a FEMA trailer, in a parking lot full of FEMA trailers, and just making sure people didn't come hitch them up and run off with them, right? That was it. We were just supposed to, deter people from stealing the trailers. Although, what am I going to do if you're going to steal? I'm going to, shoot you? Come on. Whatever. I was just sitting out there all night, bored out of my mind, but the pay was amazing and whatever. I've worked harder for less, so it wasn't that bad. The only problem was that behind the parking lot, there was a giant pond. And from that pond, alligators would come up, and they would come into the parking lot. Now, most of the time, they just stayed out near the swamp. But every once in a while, you'd be walking around in the parking lot, and there would just be like an alligator there. And you'd be like, holy shit. Well, it really wasn't a problem, but there was one that was really pushing the envelope. And then one night, I went out of the trailer just to take a piss outside, and I damn near stepped on this thing, and it hissed at me, and I about lost my shit. I mean, I screamed like a little girl, about pissed myself. It scared the shit out of me. So I'm like, all right, we got to do something. So I call the FEMA office. I'm like, we got an alligator problem. And they're like, yeah, no problem. We got a guy. We'll send him out there tomorrow night, whatever. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So the next night rolls around, and I'm just sitting in this trailer. And dude, I hear a vehicle rolling up to the parking lot. I step out of my trailer. And have you ever run into people in your life that just expand your paradigm of the human experience? I mean, what happened to me in the next 10 minutes just really opened my mind up to the reality of the human experience, and just that you really don't know what the hell's going on. Because there are just people out there that you have no idea about, right? So I step out of the trailer and I look, and first off, the first thing is a all black lifted pickup. And I mean lifted like the stairs of heaven. I mean, this thing was lifted. I mean, the bottom of it probably came up to my nose. It had a snorkel. You could drive this thing into 6 to 8 feet of water and it would be fine. It was just unbelievable. Big ass tires. It was like someone lifted a already lifted truck. You know what I mean? And so I'm staring at this behemoth, and then the door opens up, and this guy steps out. So first thing, he's got an alligator vest on, a sleeveless alligator vest on, no shirt or nothing, and it's hot as hell. The nights are muggy as hell, but there's mosquitoes everywhere. I can't believe this guy. He's got an alligator vest on into some jean shorts, okay, and I mean some pretty short jean shorts, uncomfortably short on a man, I felt like. And they were cutoffs, like cutoff jean shorts that were tight, short jean shorts on a dude with an alligator vest into some alligator boots, and top it all off with an alligator skin hat with alligator teeth in it. That's the guy that showed up. And I'm just in awe. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is real. I mean, I'm in shock, kind of. And he looks at me and he goes to talk to me, family. And he had the deepest Cajun accent. And he was like trying to be funny and cordial, had a real spirit about the guy. But I could not understand a fucking word he was saying, dude. I mean, he was just like, hey, boy, I'm here to get that gator. You want me to get that gator before you want to jump home with that gator? I'll go down and get him and pick him up and take him in the truck. And I didn't know what to say because I didn't know what the hell he just said. So I just looked at him and I was like, sir, are you here for the gators? And he's like, yeah, boy, I'm gonna get that gator. And I was like, oh my God, I love your spirit. Please don't kill me. And he's like poking me while he's talking, like poking me in the belly like I'm the doughboy. Like he's really got a real animation to him. And I'm wildly uncomfortable with these jean shorts and just the whole situation's just not at all what I expected. And we can't communicate. There's a language barrier, and I'm kind of trying to dodge him from tickling my belly. But I'm like, all right, let's just go over here and I'll show you the gator. Dude, we walked over there and that goddamn alligator was right there. And you know what he did?
Thank you.
All he did was look right at it. He goes, uh-huh. And then he just walked back to his truck and got an alligator wrap or something. I don't know what they call them. And he came back and he walked right up to that hissing son of a bitch and smacked it on the head. Just smacked that gator right on the head and got onto it. He was like, you out there coming in here later. And then he stepped on its head and just put this wrap around it. Dude, literally just picks this big ass. I mean, it wasn't small. And he picks it up, hoists it over his shoulder, takes it to his truck, and throws it in the back like a goddamn man. And that was the day that I recognized that dude, there's just no way. There's no way I'm ever going to be what this guy is. I was in awe. I was in awe. And then he just loaded in that goddamn truck and he drove back to Mantown. That's where he went. I don't know what that fella's up to right now, but if you've got a gator problem, I know a guy. I'll have you know that I would edit half of the stories and shit I tell in here out, but Red won't let me. Red's like, don't leave that in there. People will like that. People like that. I'm like, they will not. They want me talking about Warcraft. Like, no, leave that in there. You got to leave that in there. So it gets left in there. I get bullied by Red to leave it in there. So you guys got to listen to my stupid stories. But be careful of alligators. They can be a real problem. In closing, can I just say how much I love the Outdoor Elite quests? Gathering a bunch of allies together and taking on these quests is so much fun. It promotes teamwork, and sometimes things go horribly wrong, but you just reset and you get back in there. It's great to be playing with the community and laughing and having fun together. If you haven't experienced the magic of leveling in Classic WoW, get your ass in here. I promise you will not regret it. And to the rest of you rascals out here tearing it up, don't let the sweats get in your head, all right? The levels will come. You just keep having fun. Oklahoma out.